All right, guys, quick interruption for the podcast. If you guys are questioning what workouts you should be doing every day, I got a solution for you. Go to my site right now, bradleymartin.com. Sign up. There's daily workouts every single day. There's a ton of ebooks. There's a ton of stuff on there for you guys to use. You guys are looking to change your body, change your life, feel better, look better, be stronger, whatever it is. Go to bradleymartin.com. Let's get back into this podcast.
What's up, man?
Man, what's good in your world right now?
My world? Oh
Yeah.
man, it's just stand up and just Ajevio. Started this little thing.
I like it. It tastes good.
Yeah, it tastes good.
Why is that the first actual product you've ever created?
Yeah, it is.
Why so long?
Why so long till I started it?
Till you started like actually making a product.
I thought about it and it wasn't really an interest of mine. My focus was always just like acting and content creation. And then I realized I don't drink coffee. I don't drink energy drinks. And
You don't drink coffee?
I don't.
That's kind of crazy.
I know, because I start to I twitch.
Oh, too much.
Yeah, too much.
sensitive.
Yeah. And I was like, yo, but sometimes I'm like tired and I need like a little pick me up. So I'm like,
Is it because you've gotten older now? You actually get tired before you just naturally were just good.
just naturally on that natural stuff.
So you you never took energy drinks or anything?
Nah, I would just wake up, drink water, a little bit of that cocaine, and then I'm good to go. No, just kidding.
I kind of believe that.
Yeah, for real?
Yeah, because I
I give cocaine energy?
No,
I give crackhead energy?
in real life. Yeah. Like in real life, when I very first, I was like, this guy's just always hyped.
Right.
And then now you get noticed, and now it's like, all right, product, perfect. It also sounds like you weren't really. I don't know. I guess a lot of people get into like the whole social media space, and they're like, money. Obviously, you needed to make money, and I know you made great money, but it sounds like you just did what you actually cared about.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of shifted. You care about something else, which is why you're talking about this.
Yeah. If I was gonna make a product, like it has to be something that I can like get behind, and this works. Like, trust me, like it didn't kick in now, but later on today, you're gonna be like, "Yo, Batch, this thing," and you're a big guy, so like you'll really be able to tell the difference. You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. I've tried so many different kinds of stimulants. I feel like it'd be tough for me to like notice, unless it was like some crazy.
No, you don't notice.
Like it'd have to be like cocaine or something for me to tell. And I don't even do cocaine, bro.
Yeah.
I've done it once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who got you into it?
No one got me into it.
You just saw it on the table and like, let me get a sniff.
No. The story goes, I was actually in a situation with these older women, and I was gonna hook up with one of them, and I was much younger.
Yeah.
And they were doing it. And so I was
Are
like,
we talking legal age?
yeah, I was legal. Yeah, they were at the time I was probably like 22, and they must have been like 36 or 37.
Damn,
to me, older.
You was getting it in.
I mean, I didn't. That's why I was like, okay, this isn't for me.
Oh.
I did it because when someone's like, yeah, try it. It's like normal. And I'm like, oh yeah. And I just was like, you pretend like you're about it even though you're not.
Yeah.
Right? I did it. And for me, just like you described, stimulants naturally, I'm like, it's too much. Like I'll get anxious.
Right.
Did it. And I was just like, it was just, the feeling was too much. And then I tried to have sex and it didn't work.
Oh yeah. What's it called? The coke dick?
Whatever. Yeah. That's what it was for me.
It's a real
bro.
thing,
It's
huh?
a first time, last time.
Really?
Yep.
I almost did it one time.
Why are you lying? I've seen you at too many
did.
parties. I know you've done it once.
Why is she calling me?
I know you've done it once, bro.
I haven't. I've never
That's
done it.
so bullshit.
I almost did it one time. And so I'm at Coachella. And this girl.
Of course it's at Coachella.
It's at Coachella. Girl, baddie, little bag, cute little thing, small titties, fat.
Yeah, that's a.
And I was walking right behind her, and then I was like really trying to get at her, and then she was like doing this. She had the little baggie of cocaine. I was like, I ain't never done no like that before. She's like, you want to try? I was like, all right, let me see what that thing gonna be like. And I took it. And I was like this close. I had it on my finger. And I was just like, nah, I can't do it. And I didn't do it. But I was that close. Like, this is the closest cocaine's ever been to me.
What was her reaction?
She didn't care. She wasn't trying to pressure me.
Yeah. Did you still bag it?
Of course.
Of course.
The cocaine wasn't the mission.
Okay, yeah. For me, it f***ed me all up.
Oh,
Doing
really?
it was, bro. I just remember being like, oh, this is terrible. Never doing this again.
Really?
How did we start talking about cocaine?
Because you thought there was cocaine in this. It's not. All natural ingredients. Ajevio.
No. All right, guys, quick interruption for the podcast. Football season is back, and that means Prize Picks. We are back. We're in full effect. Code Bradley right now. For your very first lineup, you go right now, sign up, download the app, put in code Bradley. $5 lineup, they're going to give you $50 for it's basically free money. You literally can't lose. And if you're like me and you like watching football, you like a little sweat on the line, Prize Picks is the easiest way to do it. Literally just download the app, scroll, pick more or less, boom, boom. Super simple. There's tons of games Sunday. And yeah, I'm already locked in. But if you guys want to play, you want a little sweat on the line, code Bradley, download the app right now. Super simple, really fun, really easy to use. And yeah, they'll give you basically $45. Well, 50 technically. If you lose, you just put in 5 and you basically get $45 for free, so you can keep playing or have fun. Enjoy the weekend. Football's back, baby. Let's go. Let's get back into this podcast. So no, okay.
Yeah.
I remember why I was talking about it. So you've only sort of done things that you have like actually been passionate about?
Yeah.
Would you attribute that idea to like your like long-term success? Because I know it's like you've been doing this for so many years now. Yeah. Like you're one of the first creators I ever saw making short form content. I think you were probably one of them.
Yeah.
And you've been around for so long. You've had like so many different kind of versions of like what you're doing, but obviously now you're doing comedy and you've always been in comedy, just that now it's at a different kind of like a different pace, different format.
Yeah.
Had you always done everything? Like, had you ever done anything where you were like, I'm doing this and I don't really want to, but it's going to make me money, and then you did it?
No, that was always my thing going in. It was like, if I'm doing something, it needs to serve my goal and my purpose. You know what I mean? So like, I would turn down so many TV shows, so many things, because like I didn't want to do reality shows in the beginning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So people would offer me all of that, and they would offer lots of money, like, and I would just turn them down because that wasn't my main goal. And same with like brand deals. Some brands would come to me and, you know, it would be like a weed brand, for instance. Like they would be like, yo, we'll give you X, Y, and Z to promote this weed. And I'm like, it's a lot of money, but it doesn't serve my purpose and my goal. So I don't do it, you know?
When did you, like, your purpose and your goal, when did you start to really define those things?
When I was 13, I wanted to be an actor, entertainer. Yeah. So I've been, ever since then, I just stayed like to the path. I was like, whatever I'm going to do, it's going to serve to make sure that I will be in movies one day.
Why did you decide that? Like what around you made you think that was a thing that you could do?
Cause I didn't really feel like a normal person. Like I didn't want to have a job. I didn't want to go into a place and like sit at a desk and, you know, type or whatever. I wanted to play different characters, be different people. And the acting was the only thing. And if I wasn't acting, I felt crazy. I was like, you know, I just didn't feel right.
Yeah. I just think that idea, like I've talked to so many people over so many years now, like most people that I've spoken to who have found great success, you always reference some point in like their childhood where they say the same exact thing, like they felt like there was more for them.
Yeah.
I just always find that interesting how everyone always says the same thing. And then like, obviously I'm having a conversation with someone who probably did more than, you know, what the norm would have done.
Yeah.
Was that something that, do you think anyone taught you that, or you had like motivations or influences?
I think sometimes when you just like, when you're down and out, you just don't want to be down and out ever again. You know what I mean? Like I hated school. I hated going to school. I hated people telling me what to do. I hated all of that. So I was like, I need to get to a place where I don't have to live my life like this. And that was the life of a movie star. You know what I mean? So
you identified being a movie star as like not having to live in a place where you were unhappy? Because it seems like...
Because that was the only thing I could do. Like, name another thing where you can be goofy, you can be silly, you can be a whole different person, and you can get paid to do it.
Yeah, well, nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing else. And that's...
What made you want to be a whole different person?
So when I was in like second grade, it's gonna be so stupid. I was in like first or second grade, and I went to school, and I pretended that I was mad or sad or whatever, and people were like thought I was like mad, and I go to my boy and I was like, "Yo, people think I'm mad. I'm not even mad." And then
Bro.
they told me that's called acting, and I was like, "Oh, I want to do that all the time."
Well, because you like the idea that you were tricking people?
Yeah.
What the?
Yeah. What's it called? A pathological liar.
Yeah. What the?
No, but I wasn't lying like that. I was lying with my emotions.
You were like, yeah, I got these.
What were you
Got
getting out of them?
nothing. Just like them to think that something else was going on, but it wasn't. And I love that so much.
You like the confusion of it?
I think I just like the there may have been a sort of thing, yeah, like tricking them. Like, watch how I make this person feel. I guess like it would be me like taking emotions out of somebody. You know what I mean?
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Do you think your comedy, like when you write comedy now, or actually forget now, we'll talk about that later, but when you first started writing comedy and you first started in just producing comedy, did you try to go for that same effect?
No. Cause now, or when that was when I was a kid, right? Like, so second grade, second grade, that's what it was. It was just that feeling of boom, making this person think this, right? Then, when I was older, I watched the movie The Mask, right? And I saw Jim Carrey.
Amazing
I was like,
movie.
yo, what is he doing? What is this guy on the screen doing? Like, this is like on steroids. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, let me try and do this. And then my parents told me that that's acting. And I'm like, yo, whatever that is, I want to do that. So I started taking acting classes, blah, blah, blah. So that's where it kind of like evolved. You know what I mean? And then as I got older, comedy influences you as you get older. So I started watching shows like Chappelle Show. You remember that show?
Of course, bro. That's one of the greatest shows of all time.
Right. So I'm watching that and I'm loving it. I'm watching other people like Donald Glover, Childish Gambino.
Yeah.
I'm watching his YouTube channel. People don't even know he started on YouTube.
I had no idea.
Yeah, he started on YouTube. It was called Derek Comedy. Was his group that he was in. So I started watching things like that, and I was like, "Oh, these are things that are like influencing me." And I love like being. I got to a point where I just loved being creative. I saw something in my mind, and I just wanted to like make it. So that's what it became about. It didn't become about comedy. It became about an idea in my head, and me wanting to make it out and it coming to life. So
Yeah, I see.
That's
but
what
a lot of your first stuff started in just the kind of like comedy sphere, though. Right?
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
as
yeah.
far as I remember, like your videos were viral as all hell, like, but it was mostly comedy based.
Yeah. Everything tended to be comedy based just because that's all I knew. That was the only thing that influenced me.
I see.
Yeah.
And you've done other roles that aren't just straight comedy. Like I've seen you. in
Oh
a
yeah,
few
your
different
boy's
things.
very talented. No, yeah, I've been in some, dramatic movies, Greenland, National Champions. I've been in The Walking Dead.
Bro, that's one of my favorites.
That's drama. No comedy there.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, I've done a lot of drama because like at the end of the day, going back to that kid I was in first and second grade, I'm just being a different person. It doesn't matter if it's telling a joke or being serious. I've developed the skill of portraying different characters and different emotions.
Yeah. What was it like going from, because you must have been one of the first to do this, going from social media popularity into actual films and actual Hollywood?
Yeah.
And what was that process like?
For me, it was kind of a gradual process because that's what I always wanted to do, So I was always doing like the auditions and stuff before the social media. So it's just like after the social media, and I went back to start doing the auditions.
Right, made it
like,
easier.
Oh yeah, this guy he can do it, and he has the following. So
it made it easier for sure.
yeah, oh yeah, opened a lot of doors. I think my first TV show was called House of Lies with Don Cheadle, Kristen Bell,
Wait,
Ben
is that-
Schwartz.
Is that Netflix thing? No.
It might be on Netflix now. But
trying to think.
no, that's House of Cards.
That's House of Cards. I'm
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
that was like a crazy series.
Yeah. House of Lies. And then my next show is called The Mindy Project, with Mindy Kaling. But yeah, it's just been like,
Which ones have you enjoyed the most?
I enjoy them all.
No, but there's one you enjoy more than the other.
Oh, the one I enjoyed, and I wasn't even a big part in this. It's called the Angie Tribeca Show. Rashida Jones is in it. But yeah, I got to play a character. I had like dreads. Oh, it was fun. But I remember that one. It was wild.
Is there any weird in Hollywood
Yeah.
that you've seen?
Yeah.
Never been to a Diddy party or what?
Yeah, I've been to a Diddy party.
You have?
Yeah. Wasn't no Diddying around when I was there.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. But yeah, a lot of people have been to the parties, but I don't think a lot of people have been to the freak offs, right? Those ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when
It's funny though, because people talk about that like, oh man, like I feel like anyone, if they got invited, would probably show up.
Yeah.
Not to necessarily we're saying the freak off, but like to a party.
Right. Yeah.
And then where it goes from there is like,
yeah, but you can't do a freak off at a general party. You'll get shut down. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
you can't just be like, yo, come to this freak off. Like,
Yeah.
what?
I wonder if that's what people think it is. Like just show
No.
up and get nasty.
Look, here's a picture of me at a party.
Is you at a Diddy party?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I feel like you're about to troll me right now. I just know you too well.
Where's the picture?
Are you on Google right now?
Nah.
Yeah, his fool's Googling.
Don't scroll left. Don't scroll right.
Oh wow! I don't know what's come next after that. What were you talking about in this moment?
So at that moment, I was eating some food. I'll text you the picture if you want to
Okay,
put it on
yeah,
the thing. I'm eating some food.
And what year was that?
Let me see. This was last year. No, it's kidding.
Yo, holy! He's like 6 months ago. Yo, he was in the thick of it, bro. Oh,
No, this was I don't know what year. It doesn't say. But
if you had to guess,
maybe like 6 years ago,
Yeah.
7, something like that. I don't know. But yeah, so it was a gathering of people. It was food.
obviously a bunch of other celebrities.
Yeah. And I was just eating chicken and and some cornbread.
Wow, classic.
Yeah, it was good.
Classic.
That was good though, right?
like chef style.
Oh yeah, gourmet, bro.
Yeah.
Mac and cheese.
Wow.
Biscuits and gravy.
Wow. Catered kind of style, right?
Catered, yes, it was good. And yeah, he was asking me to do something for No, he's asking me to do something for Revolt TV.
Got it.
And at the time, I just started this company called Zeus. And I was telling him that it's a conflict of interest because I just started my company called Zeus. And look at his face.
Yeah,
while he's
his face.
You see his face? He's like, you can't.
Yeah.
That's a don't tell me no face.
That's the what the yeah, 100%. I have to pop this photo up. It's
Yeah.
actually really funny.
Yeah.
He's looking at you like, okay, and
Yeah, because we didn't have no subscribers. We didn't have nothing at the time. We just started. So he's like, hey, that's gonna fail. No, he wasn't saying that. But yeah, it was just like he wanted me to do his Revolt TV. He wanted me to host a show there. And I just like, I can't right now. Yeah.
yeah. So that's all.
That's
was.
it.
Nothing
Yeah.
else.
And then I went to the bathroom and this guy fucked now. I'm just kidding.
He saw a bunch of baby oil everywhere.
No, I didn't see no baby oil. That's crazy.
Yeah, he wasn't coming for you then. Because apparently it said the baby oil, all the baby oil stuff was like, it was like actually some sort of drug in the baby oil bottles.
Yeah. That's what I heard.
Crazy, dude.
How does that even work?
Yeah. I don't know.
Wait, so you rub it on the body and your body just gets numb and you fall asleep, or?
I think it was a drug that you ingest. Yeah.
But how? How can you rub it on your body?
I don't know if it's a rub on. I think it's just like you put it into something else and be like, have this.
And that was in his baby oil?
I guess that's what they were saying. Yeah. They'd be like, yo, go over here. Who knows?
Yeah.
I'm sounding like I know too much about this.
Yeah.
I'm actually just making this
You
up.
be having freak offs?
I have no idea.
Open that closet. Let's see what's inside.
Yeah, have you met anyone else from Hollywood that you were like super like you've always wanted to meet and then it was a big letdown? Or it was like everything you thought it would be? Because you probably met a lot of people at this
I
point.
met a lot of people. John Cena, he's dope as hell.
He was just on Kai's stream recently.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, dope. Yeah. I did a movie with him. He was just a great guy. He's all around. Who
What
else?
movie was that you did?
It was called Vacation Friends. It's on Hulu. Bam. Yeah, he's dope. Sweetheart, nice guy. There are some people that I just like, but I ain't gonna put them on blast.
Yeah, I feel like that's always the thing. Never say the name.
Yeah, but I was at the Laugh Factory. I'll just tell the story.
Okay.
And I was just working on a new set or whatever. And I'm about to go up, and then this female celebrity comedian, she comes in, white and privileged, very white and privileged. And she's like,
what is it? What do you mean when you say that? Why was she white and what was she like?
So here's the story. Like, I'm going up to do like a quick 5-7 minute bit, just to work on my set. And I do that all the time. I just pop in, and she wanted to come and pop in as well. And they were like, "Oh, King Bach is gonna go up first, and you can go up after him." And she's like, "King who?" He's like, "Oh yeah, King Bach. He has like 20 million followers on Instagram or whatever, And she's like, "Ugh, what is he gonna bring down the room?" And
You heard her say this?
no, I didn't hear this.
Oh, okay.
And then he was like, "Nah, he's really funny. He's really good. He's gonna be." And she's like, "All right, fine, whatever. I'll wait." And then the guy, the booker, he comes up and he tells me this, and he's like, "Yo, do you want her to go first? She's really pissed off." And I was like, "Oh, I'll let her go first." And he told me the way she said it, and I was like, "Oh, no." And then I went up and I destroyed it. And then when I got off stage, I just walked by her like this. Yeah, I didn't say that, of course.
You just looked at her.
I just looked at her like, go ahead. And then she went up there and she was trash.
Well, I've been to a few comedy shows, and I would say like one of the most noticeable things is when because they go comedian after comedian.
Mm-hmm.
One of the most noticeable things in like the room and the energy is when someone comes in and they crush it, and then the next person is like not as good.
Yeah,
you really
you
feel
that.
that.
Yeah,
you're like, oh,
yeah,
that's embarrassing.
And I'm glad she felt that. I'm glad she felt that. Do it again. Oh, she know me now. I actually saw her the other day.
Is this a more popular comedian?
Really popular.
Okay.
Really popular.
Like mainstream TV?
Mainstream everything. Not Whitney Cummings. Not her.
That's
that's probably who people are thinking. No, not her. But on that same level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whitney's great. I love her.
Yeah, she's dope.
But I saw this other comedian at the airport, I'm trying not to say. So I opened for Joe Coy as well, right?
Okay.
So
someone's gonna put together the dots on his like names and.
No, they won't. Unless
Bro,
you get Joe
it's
Coy.
gonna be the first comment.
Unless you get Joe on the podcast.
Yeah.
All right. So Joe is like introducing this female comedian to everybody because he's da da da. And I just
It's the same one?
Yeah, the same one from years ago. And we were just at the airport like 2 weeks ago. And he's like introducing. I purposely just walked by, and then I hear him say, "Oh, you know Batch?" Yeah, she know me. Yeah, she can know me. Yeah, she know me. But yeah, and that's when I was like, oh, it's kind of like treat everybody with respect because you never know who's gonna like hold on to that.
Yeah.
Like karma.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, is there a lot of comedian beef? There's gotta be.
With the older heads, yeah. With the younger kids, nah. Like, love Trevor Wallace.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Renee.
Well,
Ken Flores.
it's got to just be like the feeling of like the passing of the torch and like, I had this before you kind of thing.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, a lot of the older heads, they don't vibe at all. Notice like a lot of the greats haven't even done movies together. You know what I mean?
Oh, even within their time.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Mm-hmm. I mean, maybe it was probably just, I don't want to say it's more competitive then, but I think it would have been because without social media, like social media made it a place where collaborating is actually more beneficial than not collaborating. And I think back then it was just like, I got this role or you got this role.
Right.
And I got it. So
That's true.
that's probably why there's more of the, like, I don't want to say beef, but, separation with them. And that's probably why they bring that into connection with the younger.
Yeah. I want to see a Denzel Washington Will Smith movie. Why can't I see that?
That would be,
You know what I mean?
holy, that's never happened actually.
No. And it never will happen.
Why who do you think is at fault there? Who do you think doesn't want to do it?
I don't know.
Denzel or Will?
Is it a money thing? Is it a budget thing? You know what I
They
mean?
definitely both pushing that budget.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is weird. I've never even thought of that.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite actor?
Favorite actor? Man, Robert Downey Jr., Denzel Washington.
I love Robert Downey Jr., man.
Robert Downey Jr. is great. There was a movie he did. I think it was called like A Guy and Two Girls or Two Girls and a Guy.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And he was dating. It was a movie that took place in like maybe like a 2-hour setting. And it's so simple. The plot is so simple. He's dating two girls at the same time, but they don't know about each other. And then he's coming back from a gig and they're both at his apartment. And they both met each other like an hour before. And they find out that they're both dating him. And now they're like, oh, let's play a prank on him. So one of them hides in like the room and he's having conversation. Once they catch him in the lies, then they both come out and they confront
This
him.
was about he was younger.
He was younger. Then he goes up to like he's like pretends to be like real like that, and then and he goes to his bathroom while he's still talking, and then boom, gunshot. They go in the bathroom. He's and then they realize he's faking it. He faked his own death to try
To get out of the situation?
Yeah, it's so good.
I gotta find that movie. You know the name of that?
Let me see.
Yeah, I want to watch that movie tonight.
Yeah,
That's definitely an older movie.
yeah. Two
What about comedians?
girls. Robert.
And you can't say Joe Coy.
Two Girls and a Guy. That's what it's called.
Two girls and a guy.
1997.
Like 2 girls, 1 cup. So weird.
You know what that is?
Yeah, I know. Sadly, I wish I didn't.
Yeah.
That's the time.
Watch that at a Diddy party.
That was not a good idea.
That's where you watch that.
No.
Comedians: Eddie Murphy, Jamie Foxx, Richard Pryor, Martin Lawrence. I should name some white people, huh?
Yeah.
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey's the go, bro.
Jim Carrey. Who else? Patrice O'Neal. You don't even know who that is, do you?
The name sounds familiar. I don't have a face with it though.
So good. Earthquake. There's a lot of good ones. Dave Chappelle. I can forget
Oh, yeah, he's
Dave
the
Chappelle.
goat.
Yeah.
Do you find inspiration in other people, or like are there people that you?
Not with my comedy now. With my comedy now, it's kind of like pretty much how I shoot skits. It's like if I see a vision or I'm really like moved by something, then I'll try and figure out a way to construct it into a joke.
So you told me when you were walking in, you're working on filming your own like special.
Yeah. Filming it December 27th and December 28th at the San Jose Improv. If you're there, come on by.
What do you mostly make your comedy about?
My comedy is about my life, really. Like, of course, there's jokes and like embellishing, but it's like it's really about who I am, how I grew up, my thought process, my mind, how my mind works. And yeah, when you leave my show, you're like, oh, I know more about King Bach than I ever thought I would know.
Why do you think comedy is like, I don't know, it seems like over the last 5 years or so, 3 years really more so recent, comedy's sort of under attack as far as what you can and can't joke about, as far as like being canceled and like all kinds of like
It's
that.
not, it's just online makes it seem like that. If you're a fan of mine and you come to my show, you're coming into my world. And by the end of the show, it will feel like family. Like when you're with your family, when you're chilling, like if these cameras weren't rolling, we could talk about whatever we want to talk about. You know what I mean? And it's like the moment that we have like off camera when there's no cameras here and we talk about real, That's the moment that I try to bring to, and most comedians try to bring to on stage at the shows. It's like, hey, we're family here. We're going to talk about some, don't get offended. I'm not trying to offend anybody. I just want to, speak openly and speak freely. And that's the vibe and that's the energy that people get at a comedy show. I'm like, yo, we're at a comedy show.
Yeah.
You know?
Why do you think, and this is kind of like, obviously not really having anything to do with comedy in particular, but why do you think the world seems like it's so much more divided now than it sort of ever has been? And now I'm not trying to make this at all any sort of political conversation, but just curious. Like, it seems like social media, obviously anyone could say anything on it. Anyone could do anything on it. But it just feels like more than ever, it's like people are taught to not like each other.
I mean, I think it's always been like this. I think we're just now realizing it more because
Social
we're
media.
older.
Oh, we're older.
Yeah, we're older and we're paying attention to that stuff and social media, of course. Because like, look at all the stuff that's happening, all the wars that are happening. When I was younger, I wouldn't have known about that. The only thing I would know about is 9/11 and they got Osama bin Laden. Like that because it's on the news. Now you got social media, so you see more than what's on the news. You know what I mean? Now you're seeing all the stuff that's happening in the Middle East. You see stuff that's happening in like Russia, Europe, all these other places, right? Israel, all these things that are happening, we're seeing it because of social media. And like, not to get political at all, but I'm trying to, so there's certain sides that the U.S. defend, right? And in the media, they'll portray those sides as the right thing, right? And if it's too violent or it's too bad or it's too this or whatever, they'll suppress that media on the news on traditional outlets, but you can't suppress the social media. So it'll be exploding on the social media. So we'll still know about these wars
You just
and things
see more
that are
of
happening.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
I see. Yeah. So it just, but I guess beyond even just that, the war side of things, it just seems like this is kind of like shooting, not really in the dark here, but little conspiracy theorist. But it's like, do you think that it is by design to create? I guess I can't say it's by design if it's social media, right? Because if we're creating it, but it just seems like, I don't know, maybe it's just an election thing or whatever it is. But anytime I get on the internet, it's just like everyone's racist, everyone's wrong, everyone's bad, everyone's this, and it's like
Definitely an election thing.
Are real people really like that?
In certain cities, but no, they're trying to. That's what you do to like run your country. You have to make people fear you. You know what I mean?
That's so. Man.
That's what you do. That's why it's like all these things. Like make sure you get that. Make sure you don't do that. Make sure you take this vaccine. Make sure you don't take that vaccine. You know what I mean? It's like you have to create fear to control a population.
Yeah,
and that's what they do. They're trying.
Do you think it ever changes?
No, it's been happening since
forever.
Yeah, forever.
It's crazy to me how that's so true, and then it's just like, and then it's also interconnected with to so much economy and money, and then I'm just like, this isn't going nowhere. And I hate to say that because it sounds like, I don't know what the word is, like just so grave. It sounds like I'm just, hoping for the worst, which I'm not. Like I'd love for it not to be that way, but it just seems like, whoever is in charge, and I'm not even talking about on a presidential level, but I'm talking about like all the economies and all the companies and all the things that are involved and invested in these things being a certain way. Mm-hmm. Even if you got rid of all of them, it's like someone else is going to take their spot, and the human nature in it all just does the same thing again, where it's like, oh, I can get more from this for me, then I'm going to do it. And then get more from this for me takes more from you. I don't care. I'm just going to do it because I'm me and I'm not you.
Right. Yeah.
And it's just like, and I just look at the political side of stuff and I'm just like, it's like we're just forced to hate each other. Yeah. And I'm like, it's like, does it ever stop?
It doesn't ever stop. All we can do is try and stay in our bubble, live our life, be happy and be positive. That's all we can do.
Yeah.
Get money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, straight up. Don't go to Diddy parties anymore.
Do not.
Because you can't do it.
And if you do, just get the chicken, the cornbread, the mac and cheese.
Exactly.
And get the out.
Yeah, that's it. So what do you do? What do you do to stay in your, in your bubble per se, or in like your world? Like how do you find your own balance?
I set my goals and I just stay true to those goals. And I set my goals really, really high. You know what I mean? So it'll take a while to get there. Like biggest movie star in the world. Got set that goal, and everything I do is a step towards that. That's why the stand-up comedy is there. You know, that's a step towards that. I make my special, I do this, I do that. You know what I mean? And that's what keeps me grounded. You know, if I didn't set a goal of, oh, I want to shoot a comedy special, then I wouldn't be on tour. Then what I would be doing just in LA, you know what I mean? Probably just wasting time, going to parties, doing this, doing that, get drugs and all of that. But since I've set my goal, I'm only in town Sunday through Tuesday. And then all the other times I'm out of town on tour, you know, perfecting my craft so, you know, I can shoot this special.
How hard is comedy, like a stand-up bit? I'm obviously, I know it's much harder, but because I've seen, you know, comedy sketches be made. Mm-hmm. But and in a parallel, how much harder is it?
Stand-up than shooting a sketch?
Yeah.
Way harder because...
It's almost not even in the same vein. Like
they're totally, they're two different things. It's like, you know, shooting a sketch, you write a script, you shoot the script, you edit it, and you post it. If people like it, they like it. If they don't, fuck it, right?
Yeah.
You don't know. You see laughing emoji, it's cool, whatever.
Yeah, in real life, it's like...
Yeah, you go tell it, you come with...
Bomb, they're like...
Yeah, they gonna look at your... And then if you really trash, you gonna hear one of them... Is that a cow?
Man, it's gotta be like... God, I can't even imagine doing that. That's got to be some of the most pressured like performance that you could do.
Yeah, first starting out, it's like it's really hard. Like, yeah, doing stand up first starting out. Sorry, this right here is my Ajevio break. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what you put in that? Kind of got. I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, might have been the caffeine I drank earlier too, but now I have a bunch of caffeine now.
That's Ajevio. No, it's totally different. They're two totally different things. You bomb on stage, you're gonna feel it. It's so hard starting off is because let's just do a basic joke. You know a dad joke?
Like a dad joke?
Yeah.
I mean, kinda.
Give me one.
I don't have it offhand. Like a dad joke?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. Like, why'd the chicken cross the road?
Yeah,
some
why?
Bullshit. I don't, because he was... Honestly, I was gambling and trying to get to the other side to get some money. I'm thinking about it, gambling. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let's just say why chicken cross the road, punchline would be just to get to the other side. It was just something simple, right?
Yeah.
You go, you write the skit to shoot it. Why the chicken cross the road? Da-da-da-da. Boom. Now, you do that, you shoot it. Someone be like, they'll look, oh, cool. And then you're just like, you don't get it. It's fine. Let's move on, right? You don't get it. It's fine. Let's move on. Your ego's not going to be hurt. You get it. You don't get it. I just spit everywhere. Ajevio will make you juicy now. Right? You move on. You do it for stand-up. Same joke, right? You go up there. Why chicken cross the road? I had to get to the side. What the fuck are you talking about? The fuck off stage. You know what I mean? Like, if that happens to you once, you think you're gonna go back on stage?
Bro, that seems like the most terrifying thing to do.
Yeah. I got booed once when I first started.
How was that?
It was
Dude,
crazy.
That takes balls.
Yeah. So the joke I was telling, you want to hear the joke?
Yeah, let's hear it.
So
the same way you told it.
All right, well then it's gonna be, hey guys, what's up?
Was it really like that? You were that nervous after filming content for all these years?
No, I did stand up before I filmed content.
Oh, what the?
Yeah, stand up was the first thing I did. Because remember, Vine didn't come out till 2013 or something.
You had already been doing it.
Stand up. I started stand up in 2010.
Holy.
Yeah. So yeah, my first year, first couple months or whatever, I think it was like maybe my 5th time on stage, and I was like, same thing. Like, I was like, ooh, this is cool. This would be a cool like thing, whatever. It's in my mind. I'm like, I love it, right? I go on stage. I tell her, I was like, hey man, this girl tried to give me some pussy. I was like, man, I don't want that pussy. Give it to the homeless. And even the homeless was like, man, I want that pussy. Box that shit up. Donate it to Haiti. And this was right after the Haitian earthquake that destroyed everything in Haiti. And this was in Miami, Florida, in a room full of Haitians. It was like, boo! Man, get the fuck off the stage before we beat your ass. I was like, oh, what's going on?
Like word for word.
Huh?
Like actually.
Yeah. They was mad. They was boo. And this is Florida. Florida got the crazy in them
Yeah.
now. There was boo. A guy was on the balcony, came down from the balcony just to walk up to the front and boo me. Yes. And it was a black room too. Black rooms don't play. DJ started fricka to the left. Everything.
Get the fuck off.
Yes. They was on me. So
Did you continue?
Hell nah.
Okay.
I got the fuck off.
Just that one joke. You're like, I'm out of here.
No, I told some other before.
Okay. But after that, you legit left.
I had to. They gave me no choice. They was like, get the fuck off. So then, so yeah, I got, and then the next, you have a choice to make. Do you give up?
Give it to the Haitians. Yo, it's so funny to me now, though.
That's a good joke. Think about it.
It's fun. You went from homeless though to Haitians.
You
You were reading a room like it's so disrespectful.
I didn't care. I was so used to just oh, if it's in my mind, let me just do it. I'm not thinking about the audience.
Yeah.
But now it's like, okay, now I'm more aware. But you, in that moment, you have the choice to either quit or get back up and get on that horse and ride that thing to a Diddy party.
Nice.
No. Or just,
you're already on the East Coast. Perfect. Straight up.
no,
to New
but
York.
you have the choice of giving up or getting back on the horse and riding out. You know what I mean? And I chose to not give up. And that's my kind of mindset, my mentality.
It seems like I wasn't even aware that you had done comedy before you did the sketches.
Mm-hmm.
That's just so you were how old when you first started doing comedy?
I don't know how old I was. 2010.
And you did comedy before you ever did acting?
Yeah, I didn't get my first gig until after Vine.
So would you classify yourself more as a comedian then?
Nah, I don't even classify myself. I'm more of an entertainer. Yeah, I say entertainer. Yeah, but definitely not what you mean, just a straight comedian, you know? Yeah. I tell funny stories. I can do stand-up comedy. I can also do music. I can also do drama. You know what I mean?
Don't do cocaine.
Don't do cocaine.
Nice. So, yeah, well, let me see that thing one more time.
Yeah, go ahead. See that thing. They're gonna get at your gym soon. Whenever when this episode drop.
Tomorrow.
Oh, well.
Yeah, that's all right. He's gonna have fun editing that. Good luck.
In 2 weeks.
No, he'll be good.
In 2 weeks, go to Zoo Culture. Get you some of this.
Yeah, you send me whatever.
Yeah.
You sent me some too. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Actually. When did you start getting into training? Because I saw you recently and for sure you got on steroids, and I'm just gonna go straight to it.
That's what people think.
Yeah, 100%.
Should I take off my shirt now?
There's no way you get older.
Does that connect to this?
Yeah. There's no way you get older, because how old are you now?
36.
There's no way you get older and then just, because I've known you for years and I've seen you for years, and obviously you were always in shape, but you can't just get older and get more jacked. It's not how it works. And you can't just say it's because I'm black. It's not a thing that.
Because I'm black.
Okay, fine. This is a genetic thing. No, because I seen you training with Neon, and I was like, bro, what the
I know.
Because I've seen you for a very long time, and then all of a sudden you just got more jacked.
Yeah.
So how much TRT are you on? That's sick.
I don't even know what TRT is.
Yeah,
but
I
it sounds
love
like
that.
steroids.
Yeah.
No, I'm not on any steroids. People think that, bro. But I don't have a steroid body. My look natural, don't it?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Yeah.
You know, but to me, I was just like, you're older now and you're just more jacked. Did you just start taking the gym more serious?
I started taking Ajevio.
No, but actually, obviously supplements are sick, but what did you start doing that was different?
Should I really give out the secret here?
It's just the age thing, and you got denser and you got leaner.
Yeah.
That's not normal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. So the secret, man, y'all gotta pay me for this secret, man.
No, just it's not a real secret. So go ahead. We all know it's not a real secret.
It is a secret.
It's called
TRT pins.
No, this is all natural.
Oh, yeah?
All natural.
Can't you-
100%. Give me a lie detector right now.
I wish I had one.
Yo, if you give me all natural, bro, where I'm gonna go? You could go look at my phone and Google right now. You go look at my search. You won't even see a TR,
Yeah, because you got a doctor
PRP.
you got a doctor showing you how to do it.
You know, you ain't gonna see nothing. You gonna see some porn sites. That's what you will see.
That.
You won't see no none of that. Yeah, I'm all natural, bro. I'm all natural.
Nah, because I seen you before.
I know. You want to see? All right. I'm gonna show you everything. I'll text you these.
Because you were
pictures.
always kind of in shape. You were always in shape, rather.
No, I wasn't, bro.
Yeah, you were, dude.
Yeah, I was. Yeah. Okay, so look. Should I show you I'll show you the before and after pictures, and then I'll tell you what attributed to this.
Yeah, the
All right.
testosterone.
Yeah.
I'm glad, dude. I'm proud of you.
Okay, so look. This is my body before I started.
What's wrong with your? What the f- is going on with your face? Is that your real face? Oh my god, what the f- are you doing?
I was like,
Why are you making this face?
because I was sending it to a girl.
Okay, all right,
All right, so what date is that? May 15th.
okay.
May 15th. This is me working out, doing everything, right? Body stuck because I'm old. Body
You
stuck.
still had abs though, coming through, peaking.
Bro, but look at these. Look at the side, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Let me show you 7 days later.
You just cut water. You don't lose body fat like that in 7 days.
7 days later.
Cut water.
Okay. Now, so that was May. Okay, so let me show you now.
Another dumb face.
Yeah,
Okay, every time you take a selfie, it's a dumb face.
but sick bod, bro.
Yeah, the body. Yes, you look lean.
That's crazy, right? Now, and look at the difference. Like, you see this? And this ain't no Photoshop. This is no Photoshop.
No, I believe you.
But like,
Well, you stop with the water. Not you stop drinking water, but you change some of your diet.
now we're talking.
Yeah. You cut carbs. What'd you do? Carnivore. What is it?
Now we're talking,
Yeah, I
Bradley.
figured that's what you did.
Yeah, so that's what I did. I just changed my diet. I cut out carbs.
Yeah.
So
you lost water weight.
yeah. So I cut out carbs. I intermittent fast.
I've done that forever. I love it.
Yeah.
But so this is my because I've dieted. I've done all for so many years, obviously, as you know. But how do you find? Because not a lot of people can cut carbs and still feel energized and energetic, and then be able to like, no, God damn it, bro, this whole
I
thing's a
thought
giant plug. What the?
Ask, bro.
No,
Yes.
Stop
Yes.
Stop it, because just God damn it, it's so annoying. I know it doesn't work that way. Even look, that could be a great product. No problem. Not giving it like shade, nothing. But
Right.
regardless of that stuff, there is some people still just genuinely don't respond well to like a low carb diet.
Yeah, that means they're not getting the right energy source. Like you have to get your energy source from, because when your body goes into ketosis, you're not feeding off of the sugar energy. You're feeding off of the fat.
Right.
So me personally, before I started this, I loved avocados.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now that I'm on the diet, you need, of course, electrolytes. You need you need fatty stuff. So butter, avocado, cheese, all this. My breakfast, 5 eggs.
Yeah.
Steak. Sometimes I get 6 eggs. 5 or 6 eggs. Steaks. Medium well. And like 3 avocados.
Yeah. So you're spot on with this, and it's important because obviously, like the results speak for themselves. Because I seen you was like, holy. It is important for people to hear because the common thing with dieting, because I've talked about this forever, and I've had people ask me questions about this forever, is people will cut carbs, but they don't replace it with anything else.
Right.
So they'll cut carbs thinking like that's all I gotta do is cut carbs, but then they don't realize that eating the fat sources is actually what's gonna make that diet actually be effective, and it's gonna allow you to actually feel good and not crave basically sugar and carbs because you haven't replaced it with anything else.
Right. Yeah.
Like you said that your body needs to be able to run off of efficiently to kind of like be in this sort of ketosis.
Yeah.
Like if we're just going no carb. Most people do this diet and they don't sustain it because they don't eat enough fats, because a whole nother side of their brain or their thought process that, oh, this stuff is also fat is going to make me fat. I think a lot of people still believe that, which is bull.
Yeah.
Because I've done that diet, and I've done that diet actually several times whenever I would do like a competition. That was my kind of competition diet.
Yeah.
And every time that's how I would like look my best. Now, as far as performing my best, I did always feel better when I had carbs in my diet as far as strength went. So that's why I was kind of asking you, like, if you're on stage, you're doing comedy, you're doing a bunch of
I guess you must naturally feel good with
feel
this type
great.
of diet.
Yeah. So the thing is also it's like, so the reason I got into this, I hear about the keto diet. I hear it all the time for years, right? And I'm like, that does not work. There's no way like a keto diet can like be healthy or sustainable or whatever, make your body look good. I'm like, whatever, right? And I'm in Ireland on the tour, right? And I'm like, you know what? I'm like running 3 miles a day. I'm working out and I still have these love handles. I'm like, how do I get rid of this? Then I was like, you know what? Just fuck it. I'm gonna just try this no carb thing and see how it goes. I was like, I'm just gonna do it for 7 days. I did it for 7 days and I was like, what the is this? So I was like, oh, this is great. And that picture, that 7-day picture, that was no cardio, no gym, no anything. And I don't know, I'm not a bodybuilder like you, so I don't know any of these diet stuff. Like I have no idea. So I didn't even know you can body hack your body, right? Whatever it is. So then when I see that, I'm like, oh. Then I start to look into it more. And then I started going to the gym and I was Googling it and learning. And it said that if you're going to the gym, you have to max out your weight, right? And the eating as well. So what I would do is I figured out my schedule to be intermittent fasting. I would go to the gym at maybe 10 a.m., no eating, no anything. I would lift as heavy as I could.
That's what I do basically.
Yeah, lift as heavy as I could. And then like 10, 20 minutes after, I go have a steak. I'd have that breakfast, the steak break. And all I was eating was proteins. I was filling my body with proteins. And when I started doing that, like after the gym, then I seen like the muscles start to get bigger and, you know, putting on pounds. When I first started, I was like at like 15, 16, 17% body fat, whatever I was. And then now I'm at 10% from doing this diet. But yeah, so then I got it down to now I'm only in the gym 10 minutes, 15 minutes a day. That's all I'm in there for. That's it.
That sucks though.
I'm not a bodybuilder.
I get what you're saying.
So I'm just in it for the results.
What are you doing in those 10 minutes?
I'm hitting max as hard as I can. That I'm doing, and I don't do free weights. I don't do dumbbells and stuff anymore. I just do, so I go to, when I'm in the gym, I just do all those exercises where on the machine, it's like the machine is already built. You know what I'm talking about? Where you just sit like this and you go like that.
Yeah, like something plate loaded or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So I just do only that and I just do all of that and I just leave. And I'll do maybe like 5 exercises, 6 exercises and I'm out.
But you do full body, just different days, right? Or is it the same stuff every time?
I do the same stuff every time.
What the?
My legs
You gotta
is like
change
this.
that. You gotta change that.
My leg. You want to see my strong legs? But yeah, I do. I do need to change that. I just got so like addicted to like how fast these results work on this diet that I was like, yo, and like I started doing photo shoots. My body now. I got a photo shoot.
Hey, bro,
tomorrow.
I just seen you at the gym and I was like, when did he get on steroids? That's it. I swear to God. I saw you in the gym and I was like, nah, that's dope. But I'm like, what the?
Yeah. So it's yo, and we do this thing on the tour. Let me FaceTime Joe Coy. Let's see if he can pick up. You should have him on the pod.
I'd love to, yeah. He's hilarious, bro.
Yeah.
So you tour with him?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How'd you get that together?
We met through Matt Rife. Cause I did Wildin' Out and then Matt Rife was on Wildin' Out as well. And he's like, yo, I opened for Joe Coy. You should pop through. And then, yo, what up? I'm on Bradley Martyn's podcast. What's
good, brother? What up, man? Good to see you.
Good to see you, bro.
So I'm telling him about my body, and he thought I was on steroids.
Yeah, it's either that or because he's black. It's just like genetically.
Genetically, and here's the thing: you're not offending him because he says that all the time to us.
Yeah, I
I go,
figured.
are you on steroids? And he goes, no, I'm just black. But here's the thing, Bradley. I'm witnessing it, and he legit does not do anything. He doesn't drink. He doesn't eat bread. And like he's on this keto thing, and he literally looks like a live action plastic doll, like one of those like what, you know what I mean, like one of those old GI Joes or He-Man dolls. Like he literally looks like that, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, I seen him at the
insane.
gym. I was like, dope, congrats, you started taking gear. That's sick. I congratulated him.
He thought I was on steroids.
Yeah, I swear.
Yo, Bradley, he's got that one muscle that comes from the armpit that wraps around the pec.
Yeah, the lat. It's called the lat.
Yeah, well, whatever that.
Or the
bullshit
serratus,
is,
probably.
He has 4 of them.
Right here, yeah, serratus. Yeah.
Yeah, and I got psoriasis.
Yeah, you got some of
Fucking
those.
bull.
It's okay. We can't have it all.
Yeah. So we were talking about the tour. So I was just like, yeah, we're doing it on a tour where I'm eating healthy and you guys are trying sometimes, but you know.
Yeah, I try sometimes, but goddamn, carrot cake is carrot cake. You know what I mean? There's carrots.
Bro, it's so good. Carrot cake's so good. Holy.
Bradley, it's fucking delicious.
I mean, at least it has carrots on it, right?
Bro, love your work, Bradley.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. I got to have you on. Anytime. I'd love to have you on whenever you're in LA.
All right. Love you, bro. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
You guys connected for real then?
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
how you.
So Matt Rife.
Because how does the opening thing even work? Is that like a comic who's trying to come up? Because obviously Joe Coy's been established for like a long time.
Yeah, exactly. So at that time, I was doing gigs like, you know, getting booed.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here before we beat you. No, but I was doing the grind. I was doing the open mic grind, right?
Yeah.
So I'm performing in hotel lobbies. I'm performing everywhere. I'm performing at TGI Fridays.
No.
Yes, bro. I'm doing shows at restaurants. I'm
When
doing
was
shows
this?
at bars. This is like 2000.
I had no idea you were really grinding like
Oh,
that.
I was grinding like that. I'm paying $10 for 5 minutes, bro. To perform, to go tell these jokes. I'm performing at bars, not getting people's attention, so I have to stand on the bar and tell these jokes. I'm performing anywhere. If they have a mic, I'm there. Like
Damn.
that's how much I was doing stand up. So and at these venues, it's like 20 people, 10 people, 15 people, whatever. At an open mic, those 10 people or 15 people are all comics. And at an open mic, the comics, they'll just look at you like this. They don't care about what you're talking about because they're thinking about, okay, what am I going to say when I get on stage? What jokes am I going to tell? So you're not going to get a real honest response. And if you do get an honest response from an open mic, it may not even be a genuine one because comedians, when they're not watching it as a general member, like a general audience member. General audience member is there to laugh. Oh, that's cool. It's funny, right? A stand-up comedian, when they're watching another, they're looking for the layers of this joke. Okay, there's nice setup, the misdirect, the punchline, the callback. They're looking for all of these things, these word plays and all of that. When you go to a real audience member, they just want you to make them laugh, bro. Like that's all they care about. And if you can make them laugh and have the layers into it, okay, that's cool. But you'll get some comedians that'll laugh. They're like, oh, they're dying laughing at some dark joke you told because, you know, a lot of comedians are, you know, going through too. And they'll laugh at that. But then you'll go tell that on stage at a regular show and they'll be like, yeah, that's kind of, what the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean?
I see.
You want to your cousin? How is that? What is that? You know what I mean? So it's, it becomes like that, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just wild.
But when you start like becoming closer with comedians, like how did you get close with one that would allow you to open up?
Oh yeah,
like, how does that work?
That's what we're talking about. Yeah. So it just got me talking in circles now. Woo. But like,
don't say that. Make you forget.
No, it don't. Okay. It got
That was you know what
L-theanine.
that was? The ketosis.
No,
That's exactly what I'm saying, bro. How do you stay as a comic and you have no carbs in your brain?
No, I don't.
You know the one thing that your brain runs off of solely is sugar.
Your brain?
No, all brains.
My
Every
brain on keto. I don't need my brain run off of avocado.
100% doesn't, but it does convert the fat into sugar so that it can be used in the brain. But that's what I'm saying. It's not as fast. You know what I'm saying?
I'm quick now.
You might be fast, but like, see what just got you. It just got you.
No, wait. So I'm performing in front of 10, 15 people max, right?
Yeah.
And Matt is opening for Joe Coy.
And then you told Joe Coy that you saw him at a Diddy party. So if you don't let me perform in front, that's how it happens.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
So Matt, we're doing Wildin' Out. Matt's like, yo, you should come to the show. I'm opening for Joe Coy. I'm like, okay, dope. I get there and it's a crowd of like 600 people. And I've never performed in front of that. And then he introduces me. He's like, yo, you want to go on stage? I was like, no, I've never performed in front of this many people. The most people I've performed in front of is like 20 people, tops. And they weren't paying attention. You think I'm going to go tell my jokes?
Yeah, that's...
That in front of 600 people, and they're looking and paying attention to me? I was like, no, I'm good. He was like, no, you're going to go out. I was like... So I take a shot of tequila to calm my nerves, and I go out there, and I do my thing, and I do good. And then that was 2013 or 14. And then, yeah, I've been on the road with him ever since. And I've been doing his tour and my tour at the same time. And I've seen him grow from doing, he was already big. He's doing like, rooms of 600 people. But now we're doing we're doing arenas with like 25,000 people in them.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
So, there's a difference in comedy. People always ask me, like, what's it like in an arena? Comedy club is different from a theater, which is different from an arena. There's all three different types of stand-up, which is crazy to like even say, but each one is a different experience,
It seems like the smaller ones are probably more crowd work, more like intimate, obviously, because it's smaller.
Yeah.
So you would do more crowd work in that because they're directly with you?
Not even that, because
it just depends on your bid.
You could do crowd work in arenas.
But only the front, huh?
No.
Keep like, motherfucker back there.
I mean, if you can see them, you could turn on the lights, and then if you really want to see them. But yeah, the art of crowd work in a comedy club is different from the art in crowd work in theaters, which is different from arenas, where the art in arenas, like you have to be able to paint the picture of the person you're talking about to the person all the way in the 300 section. You know what I mean? You have to be able to, oh, this guy's wearing this and he's doing this. Oh, what'd you say? And you learn little things like repeating what they say. Da 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 da. So then they know what he said. You know what I mean?
They know what he said as far as in the joke.
Because they're not gonna hear him say, yeah, I'm a software engineer. Like you're a software engineer. You do little things like that.
I get it.
So then that way, when you're about to hit him with the punchline, the guy in the 300 section has already been following along because you've been repeating what this guy's been saying. Where in a club, you don't have to do that because everybody can hear it. Yeah.
Got it. But what's the hardest part in being in larger venues?
The hardest part in a larger venue is you have to master the art of crowd control. Because in a comedy club, crowd control is easy because this guy's talking and having a conversation. You can just point him out, roast him, da 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 da. In an arena, if someone is yelling like in the 300 section or something, they get out of control. Then how do you control that? You know what I mean? You have to figure out a way. So it's all about the pacing in an arena. And every city is different. You'll have some cities where, like in Europe, when we were doing Europe, everybody is so polite.
Definitely not America.
Oh, jokes. We love that. You go to some cities in America, they make, yo, we drunk. Hey, but and you have to try and
like they're the comics.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you have to to learn the art of crowd control and how to really make sure that that it doesn't get out of control, because once this guy over here may be like really drunk, right? And then this guy over there might be on the same level as drunk as this guy, but he's not going to say anything. But if this guy yells out, man, that man, we da 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 da, then this guy's going to be like, oh, yeah, I want to yell out something too. Yeah, that. And then by the time you know it, everything around you is just chaotic.
That's actually nuts.
Yeah, so you have to know, and there's different tricks and tips that I do and we do to make sure that stuff doesn't happen.
Like what? Like what are you gonna get that guy a shot?
No, I can't tell you the tips and tricks. You trying to get all my secrets?
No, what the f- would you do?
You trying to get all my secrets? He goes,
send him to 304. Like what are you doing?
No, it's just different. It's just different things. Like you don't like pacing, for instance, is one thing you can do.
Pacing of the joke.
Yeah, pacing of the joke. Like you don't give them you don't give it room to even happen, you know? And also it's like if your joke isn't like polished or whatever and it's a hostile crowd, then I probably wouldn't do that joke, because Yeah, you just don't want to give.
So it's almost like preemptively knowing what you're going into, what it could look like.
Right. So if I'm doing an arena in Barcelona, and I'm doing an arena in Atlanta, it's going to be two different vibes. Barcelona,
different
I know
vibes.
that I can take my time. I can think about stuff. I can just be chill, you know. If I'm doing it on the East Coast somewhere over here in America, I know I got to perform. I know I got to give them, you know, bang, bang, bang. You know what I mean?
So you're going in there with the joke set that you know that you polished.
Every crowd is different.
Yeah.
And then you don't know until you hit the stage. Like I could go to an East Coast place thinking like, oh, it's going to be rowdy. And they'll be like real chill and ready and, you know. And so you don't know until you hit the stage. So my thing, what I do is I right when they call my name, coming to the stage, King Bach, woo, right? And I'll go out there and I'll just like, I'll look around, I'll watch, I'll smile, and I'll hear how loud they cheer, who's going crazy. Cause like I know, like, so the last city we're in, where were we? Can't remember, but it was rowdy, right? I go out on stage and then where was this? But yeah, it was just really rowdy,
He's
right?
like, this ain't Vine.
No, never like that. Come on now. They respect your boy. I go out there and I'm doing the thing where I'm looking around the arena, and then I see people going, yeah, King Bach, and I immediately know this is gonna be a rowdy crowd. And rowdy doesn't mean bad.
Yeah.
It just means they're too into it. You know what I mean? Where it's more of like, oh man, yeah. Oh, I'll tell a joke and say I have like pick a topic. Let's talk about like working out, right? Let's talk about working out. Say I do a joke about working out. If that guy that loves me is into this joke and I say one thing like, man, let's say something random. I don't have a joke about working out, but let's say I say like I work out and I only do it for like, 15 minutes, right? If that guy is so into me, right? He's gonna be like, man, come on, you gotta work out longer than that. Come on, man. And someone else who agrees with that, yeah, man, you gotta. And now I have to do crowd control, right? So I would have to know going into that this guy may be a problem, he may be an issue. So I would have to figure out my tips and tricks to make sure that this guy right here isn't yelling out. And one advanced technique, I can't even tell. I'm not even tell all that. I'm not gonna give you.
Wait, no, what the?
Come on now.
You can't go that and then say that.
No, you
give
gotta
us
take
one.
You gotta take my master class.
No, just give us one. Give us this. Give us a. Yeah,
Give us
masterclass
this.
bull.
He said, "Give us this."
You can't say all that and then say, no, I'm not gonna say this. What the fuck is this?
I'll give you a simple one. A simple one would be just ignore him.
No, that bull. That dumb answer, bro. No, you gotta finish that thought, otherwise everyone's gonna be like, "What the fuck is he saying?"
So yeah, if you see someone, then I would go to him and I would have to embarrass him. I'd have to roast him.
So you'd roast him.
Yeah. Because here's the thing: anybody can shout out something in the shadows, like, "Hey, man, da da da." No, man, you can't do all that.
You said, "Put a light on him."
Yeah, that's what you do, because now, now I'm talking to him and I'm hitting him with, I'm talking about him, and if the punchline that I say or whatever, it's gonna get a reaction, it's gonna get a laugh, and now he feels embarrassed for talking out. So now not only does he not say anything for the rest of the show, motherfucker over here that was gonna say something, he's like, oh, let me not say nothing. You know what I mean? So it kind of sets the example for all of that. So that's one technique that you can do.
That's probably super common. A lot of people probably use that, huh?
Yeah, everybody does that. Yeah.
And that's just to like get people to everyone like to just shut the fuck up and pay attention, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so interesting because that does make sense. Because if you get roasted and then you saw the other guy get roasted, you're gonna be like, I ain't finna be that next.
Yeah, because everybody can get roasted. And even if you think you're not gonna get roasted, we gonna roast you. There's always something we can say or do to make you feel like you're the dumbest piece of shit that ever walked the planet Earth.
Yeah.
Like there's no way around it. You know what I mean? So And that's what a comedy show is. Like people think, some people have never been to a comedy show before. So they think like, oh, we're going to go there and we're just going to like talk or do whatever. But no, a comedy show is you're going there to laugh. And that's it. Like it's not a Q&A. You know what I mean? It's not you give your opinion and I'll talk to you and have a conversation.
Well, you got to have the guys who are thinking like, I'm funny too. I'm gonna say something and I'm gonna make everyone laugh.
That's what they think. That's a lot of people do think that, and it never pans out the way they want it to.
Have you ever seen anyone from the crowd make the whole crowd laugh?
Yeah, but that means the comedian is probably really not doing a great job.
Yeah. Because
what happens if you are doing a good job and this person says something and they yell it out and it's just like rude, audience would be like, yo, what are you doing? Like, just shut the up. We're trying to watch a show.
Yeah.
That's what a normal person would do. It's like at the movie theater. If you're at a movie theater and someone yells at something, oh man, don't go in there. Like
shut the fuck up.
Yeah, we're at a movie theater. Yeah. But there are some times we're at the movie theater and someone says something like, man, I wouldn't have done that. And everybody starts laughing, right? Because there are moments where it is acceptable. But yeah, for the most part, it's like, yo, shut the up. Let's watch this movie.
Yeah. So you're currently on tour, or how often do you tour?
Yeah, every day. Every week. I'm only in town Sunday through sometimes.
For how long? For like the whole year, or like what is this?
Oh, we've been on tour since I think it's been like 2 years. I've only had like a month break.
Well, so how does that work? You just keep going every weekend.
You keep going, and the dates update, and the schedule.
You just never stop.
Yeah, never stop.
It's almost like me filming a podcast, just like you're doing it every week, no matter
exactly.
What.
Yeah. And I'm always trying to work on new jokes, work on new material, add to my set. I'm shooting my special December 27th to the 28th at San Jose Improv.
Is it going to be on?
We don't know yet. Joe Coy is directing it.
Okay.
And we're just going to film it independently and then sell it later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has Joe been like a really helpful?
Oh yeah, he's a really great mentor. He's helped me out a lot. If it wasn't for him, I'd probably still just be doing those little open mics. But he gave me the opportunity to go on the road with him and learn so much more. That's why I learned all this stuff of like these open mics, because you're not getting honest feedback from how an actual audience member actually thinks and operates. You go on the road, now you know the truth. You know what works, you know what doesn't work. You know what line you can cross, you know what line you can't cross. It's the psychology of it. It's like, I can't go on stage immediately. If it's not my audience, I can't go on stage immediately and say something offensive because I'm going to lose them, right? If I'm going to say something offensive, like we're talking about the cancel culture earlier, if I'm going to say something that's going to get me canceled, I have to say that 20 minutes
You're working into it.
You gotta make sure that we all trust each other. You trust me, I trust you. You trust that I'm not a bad person. I trust that you've accepted to be in my head.
I see.
Yeah.
So I guess my question is for like people who are wanting to be comedians. If I was like, obviously not me specifically, but do you have to essentially then get put on, or like how could you, I guess outside of social media, how could you really get like your foot in the door?
There's no shortcut that in stand-up. I feel like it's the only thing where there is no shortcut. And I was talking to Joe about this the other day. You have to do the grind. You have to do what I did. You have to do the open mics. You have to do this. You have to do that. You have to perform at these restaurants. You got to do all of that stupid stuff. But because there is no shortcut. Like you could be the best actor in the world and you can't do stand-up comedy. Like you can't just go on stage and just boom, boom, boom. Even if like the GOAT comedian gave you what to say, because it's not just about what you say. You have to be able to read the room. You have to know when a joke is going great and you just finish the joke out, or when you cross the line and you have to bail out the joke, or if the joke isn't working, you have to bail out, move on. You have to know the right comedic timing. It's just so many different elements that even if you're the greatest actor in the world, you can't do it, because it's like baseball. You know what I mean? Like you can look and see how they bat in the proper form. Say you got the perfect form, but it's that reaction speed. Like these baseballers are so good that they know what a thing is once it leaves the hand.
Right.
And they have to do their reaction time off of that. I'll never be able to do that. I can get my form perfect, but how am I going to master the reaction time? So that's what I would relate stand up to. It's like you have to be able to master what's happening in the moment. Like you have to know, like when you walk out, yeah, I love you, King Bach. Like you know that you have to watch out for that.
It seems like even if you have the content perfect, like the funniest guy in the world could write it for you.
Yeah.
And you could have natural inclination to be good at comedy, but like you almost need to spend time doing that work regardless so that you learn that whole side of it.
Yeah, because stand-up comedy isn't just about telling jokes. It's psychology. It's like you have to be able to manipulate the audience into getting into your mind and finding what you find funny. And there's so many things. Like the audience has to be able to trust you. A common thing is what a rookie comedian will do is when they get out there, they'll take the mic out the mic stand and they'll leave the mic stand there. People don't know this, but that just shows a lack of confidence. What you do is you take the mic out, take that mic stand, put it behind you. It shows that, hey, I'm here. I'm taking charge of this room. That's one thing. Like that's the most basic thing ever. But it's little things like that mean nothing really. It's just taking the mic stand out and just talking. But just doing that, it's a psychology
Instead
thing
of leaving the mic stand there in front, you put it behind you.
You have to, you put it behind you. And it's just a thing like that where the audience doesn't know that it's just, they're just like, why is this guy just like not a professional? You know what I mean? Like they don't know why, but that's it. Like deep down psychologically, that's the reason why.
If you were to leave it there.
Yeah.
Huh. That kind of makes sense in like a weird way.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things.
What do you learn
like
those things just from other comics?
Other comics will tell you, and then or you could if you want, you could do like an A/B test. You do one where you do it where you keep it there, and or you do it and you don't. But another thing is pacing. How to pace to make it look like it's a purposeful pace, or if it's a pace that you're nervous. Like just because you're walking back and forth doesn't mean that you're confident. It could be a nervous pace depending on how fast you're doing it, when you're doing it. Are you doing it on a punchline? Are you doing it? You know what I mean? So there's all these different things that you have to learn like as a professional. So it's like when I pace with purpose. You know what I mean? So yeah, and sometimes people have these different tells, like poker. I was talking to one of my friends. He has a tell whenever he tells a joke. He'll do a punchline. He'll step into his punchline. He'll be like da 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 da, and then he'll do another thing, and he'll go da 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 da. And he's not
like
aware.
The way he speaks.
Yeah, he's not aware because everybody's reciting a script in your head. You know what I mean? So he's not aware that he's doing that.
The movement with the speaking.
Exactly.
Yeah, I see.
So that's a thing where I have to, you're doing this. Now you have to focus on not doing that. You know what I mean? So there's all these little things.
What were some of the things that you found like that had you up the most that weren't working for you? I guess it must have been earlier on in your career because I'm sure you've gotten better at it now.
Yeah, I would just say whatever I wanted to say. Because when a lot of comedians first start off, it's not about being funny. It's about getting a reaction. You know what I mean? So you would say, like I would say,
you think that's a good thing, just to get a reaction?
That's the only thing you can do
when you start out.
Yeah, because you don't really know structure, and it's like it's like if you're doing stand up, chances are it's like I'm gonna do this crazy. Like you're hyping yourself up to go in front of people and talk. Like this, it's a very scary thing.
Yeah, it's
like going skydiving. It's like, oh, woo! All right, here we go. Right. So it's it becomes more about, so a lot of, this is what, I'm not saying everybody, but a lot of rookie comedians, it's more about getting a reaction. So they'll go up there and they'll say something like really offensive and split the room or divide it. And it's like, it's like, I can't even think of an example, but yeah, they'll say something really offensive and the crowd be like, ooh, and they'll get one of those laughs. And then to that guy's like, yeah, there we go. Because it's, you watch a lot of comedians and you see like a Bill Burr or who's the other guy? Louis C.K.
Yeah.
And you'll see them and they'll have like really good like dividing the room types of jokes, but they're really structured and they're really like it's really like to the point, and you see the joke in it and you laugh. A lot of times people just say the crazy thing and just leave it there, and it's like, wait, what's your opinion on it, or how do you really feel about it? You know what I mean?
I see. So you kind of so the good comedians come back to like not just telling the joke, but telling the joke and then making it relatable, or is it like the same time?
Everyone's different, because if you look at a Bill Burr, he had that one joke, I can't remember. He's like, we need a natural disaster, and we need a natural disease or something. Like, we need to bring back swine flu or whatever. I can't remember what the joke was, but he said something like that. We need to bring a disease back. And like a rookie comedian would probably just say that and leave it there. But he was saying, I think his like thing was about like
Natural selection?
Yeah, exactly. You know that joke? You know what I'm talking about?
No, but I could tell based on what you were saying. It sounds like he was saying we need someone to come clean up all the stupid people.
Exactly. That's exactly what the joke is.
Yeah.
And he tells it in a way. Yeah, he tells it in a way where it's like, oh, that's dope. It's funny. I would have never thought about it like that. And it's like all those elements are hit, right? But a rookie comedian won't really know. They'll just look for, man, we need a da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the art in stand-up that separates a rookie from a professional.
If you got a big role in acting and didn't have to do comedy anymore, like you don't have to do comedy. Obviously, I don't think you're not financially well off. I think you're good. But would you choose acting over comedy?
They both, for me, they feed each other. A lot of my movies that I do, I just improv the whole thing. And the confidence that stand-up gives me from making people laugh in the moment is what I apply to my acting on screen, because I already know, like, oh, if I say it like this, or if I say that, or if I do this or do that, if I can make 25,000 people laugh in the moment, I know that I can make people laugh on the screen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like I'll take those skills that I've learned in stand-up and I'll apply it to the films that I do. So I couldn't do my comedy acting on film without doing stand-up on the regular.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's almost like a area where you learn like more skill.
Yeah.
What's the worst part, or rather, what's the best part of stand-up?
That instant gratification, that instant like, yo, you tell this joke, it hits. So me, I'm a numbers guy, right? Ever since like Vine and stuff.
Makes sense.
That's why I had the most followers on that thing. But yeah, I'm a numbers guy. So
I wish they'd bring that back. Fine.
No.
Why not?
Because then I had to make more videos to try and stay on top. I ain't trying to do all that. No, so I'm a numbers guy. So I go now to the level where I'm not worried about anything. I'm worried about the laughs per minute, right? So that's what I look at when I'm on stage. I'm saying, how many laughs can I get within this minute, right? So that's how that's what I look at now.
But how the fuck are you counting that? You'd have to watch back the tape.
No, I record all my sets. So I'll go and I'll listen, and I wanna make sure they're laughing every 5 seconds. Every 5 to 10 seconds, they gotta be laughing.
But what constitutes a laugh? Just like a chuckle, like a ha ha?
No. So yeah, those different types. You can get a chuckle laugh, or you can get like the big laughs, right? Now, if it's a chuckle laugh, I won't say that anymore, right? I'll probably get rid of it, because I want to replace that with the big laugh. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to see how many laughs per minute we can get. And that's what I'll do. So every time I go on stage, whether it be an hour, 30 minutes.
Now, hold on. I'm going to interrupt you, but
Yeah.
you have to be the only comedian that's thought of that.
No.
Laughs per minute?
No, that's what we do.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
People talk about laughs per minute.
Yeah, the professionals. Yeah. Cat
Really?
Williams. Yeah, Cat Williams has said it a bunch of times.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
Yeah, laughs per minute. But that's what...
This is such a social media brain thing to say. That's why I thought you did it.
Oh, yeah.
It just sounds like it's like an algorithm, like, oh, I'm on Instagram and TikTok and Vine thing to say.
No, I listen to the laughs. So there's different types. You got the chuckle laughs, you got the laughs, you got the laughs, and then you got the applause breaks. So applause breaks are like, that means you have a really good structured joke.
Because you got to stop talking because they're like roaring.
Yeah, they're like, oh, because that means, remember the thing I talked about before where I was like the different layers? Like if a joke has a setup, punchline, misdirect, callback, dot, 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 dot. If you can make a joke have all of that, the chances are that you're going to have an applause break after you finish telling that joke. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
But that's when he just stands there and he's like this. Right?
yeah.
When you just stand there, you're just like, I'm the man.
Yeah.
Is that what you feel?
No,
Or are
I
you just
just
waiting for the next joke?
that means I did the joke right. If I get an applause break, that means I did the joke right. Because sometimes I'll get an applause break and then there'll be days or, it'll be like a rare thing that a joke that got an applause break, but it didn't get an applause break. I'm like, what did I mess up?
What
Because
I do
stand-up
wrong,
is
yeah.
like, even down to the word. You switch one word wrong, you'll miss the punchline and you won't get that applause break. So sometimes it'll be like, I'll tell a joke, I'll do the whole thing, and then I don't get the applause break. I'll get the laughs, like, ha, 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 but I won't get the applause break. And then the audience doesn't know, but I'm pissed. I'm like, I didn't get that applause break? What did I do wrong? And then I'll go back, listen to the audio and be like, oh, boom, boom, boom. I have one joke I tell, you'll see it in the special, but it took me months to figure this joke out because it's a really dark joke. And that's a challenge of mine, trying to figure out how to make a joke work.
Wait, I want to hear the dark joke. I know it's in your special, but
Yeah, I can't tell it now.
I know.
But it's
Dark, but in what sense? Like family,
the darkest you can
death,
think.
death.
Everything. Yeah. So
I
yeah.
love dark jokes.
I know.
It's my favorite.
So that's the thing. It's like if I were to tell that dark joke just the first time I told it at an open mic, it would have killed. Bam. I go tell it at a real audience. It brings down the mood. Like, oh,
it's one of those.
it's one of those. Yeah. So I knew that it was an important joke to me. So I had to figure out how to tell it. So it took me months to do it, but now I finally figured out how to do it where it doesn't bring the room down and people are laughing. So that's the art.
What do you, I know, I mean, obviously I don't know what you're speaking to directly, but like, that's why I'm asking, how do you know when you know? Just because of the reaction or like,
Yeah.
how do you know what to work on?
Those laughs per minute. So when I first told the joke, let's just do random numbers, right? So when I first told the joke, let's just say the laughs per minute were like 2 laughs per minute, right? And that's no bueno. That means that the majority of the time, they're like, ooh, and those laughs are probably like that. If now that I tell it, there's a laugh every 10 seconds when I tell this joke now, because I've structured it to the psychology to make them think that, oh, it's not as bad or not as dark as you think it is. It's a story that happened, but let's look at the light in this story. You know what I mean?
So it's how you tell, it's how you lead up to it and everything. Man.
Right. Every word matters.
Yeah.
Every physical move I do matters. The pitch of my voice matters.
Yeah.
Like that's how like intricate telling jokes are. And that's what I love about stand-up. Like that's what I enjoy. It's like the puzzle of trying to make this idea work so everybody else can understand.
Well, that's what because I really enjoy stand-up, and I haven't gone to so much, but I've gone to enough. And I've, like I told you earlier, when you see a comic go on and he's like, the energy is way, way greater. And then the guy comes up next. Specifically, I was relating that to, I went to the Laugh Factory and I watched Chris D'Elia, and then I watched some other comedians go on. And Chris, I was just like, what? Because like, it's not the things he's saying are so much more funny than anyone else. It's like the way he says it. Mm-hmm. And I was in my head, I'm like, obviously, like I'm not a comic. I'm just trying to understand, why does this feel so much different?
right. Yeah.
So it's, I mean, obviously the delivery.
He's a professional, yeah. He's mastered it all. He's mastered deliveries, he's mastered the physical performance, he's mastered the story, he's mastered the structure,
Facial expressions.
everything. He's mastered it all.
Yeah, because that was like, I'll never forget. I remember being like, I think this is one of the first times I saw a comedy show in probably years. And it was just like the whole crowd just was nuts the entire time. Like the whole time that like you hear that sort of like roaring or laughing.
Yeah.
And then the next people come on and it was like, oh, this, like I felt embarrassed.
Right, yeah.
I was like, I feel embarrassed for this person following that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's got to be like a pretty feeling.
yeah.
As a comic.
But that the thing is, like, it's like you could see the difference between a professional and a rookie. You know what I mean? And that's Chris is someone who's perfected his craft, and there's no shortcuts. He's perfected it by doing it so much.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just like, you know, bad example. Chris D'Elia comes on, he does his thing. The next guy comes on, he takes the mic out but doesn't move the mic stand. He's pacing, but it's nervously. He's doing it. So now you're not even paying attention to what this guy is saying. You're just looking at what the fuck is happening, and that's where you don't want to be.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
What else are you really actively working on besides comedy? Oh my God. It's just like the fifth plug.
Ajevio.com. Go to Ajevio.com.
Is that the site?
Yeah, Ajevio.com.
Nice.
Or you can get it at Zoo Culture.
It's also, it'll be at the gym.
Yeah.
I liked it, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it
And
kick in yet or not yet?
I think I'm also like a little sick. I don't know if you hear it in my voice.
Yeah.
Let me see it.
Vitamin B2, B12.
Yeah. Who helped you with the formula?
I had a chemist.
Should have hit me up.
What else would you put in there?
Street chemist right here. I don't know about what else. Just more amounts.
More amounts of what?
The mushrooms. Lines, man.
A higher doses.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's just those ingredients are so expensive. Cause right now that's a $50 bottle. So if I were to,
yeah, mushrooms, yeah.
So if I were to add more, the price would go up a lot higher.
Yeah, the cordyceps and the lion's mane for sure.
Yeah.
The rosea. Those are the things that are most expensive. Yeah, it's dope though. Like gummies are cool.
Yeah.
You take any other supplements?
No.
Just this?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you trying to get me? You really think I'm on steroids? He trying to get me. He really think I'm on steroids. Come on.
I'm glad you caught it. That was funny. No creatine?
Nah.
Creatine's great though.
Yeah, creatine is natural, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Creatine, and what does creatine do?
Creatine is really good for a ton of things in your body. Like mainly it became popular because it was like for holding water within the muscle. So like you're gonna feel stronger because like you weigh a little bit more. The muscle functions better when it's more hydrated. But it's also a really powerful nootropic as well, like lion's mane. Not the same way, but creatine is by far the cheapest, one of the cheapest, most effective supplements that anyone could take.
Really?
Yeah. And the most studied, is all kinds of on it. Like it's, because I remember for a while it was like, oh, that was a steroid. When I was like 15, and like it's not even at all close to that.
Where do you get creatine from?
Anywhere.
Really?
Yeah, it's the cheapest, one of the cheapest, most effective supplements.
Oh,
for sure. I'm making some creatine gummies, which is why I saw the gummy and I was like, this is a good idea.
Yeah.
This is like gummies are so popular right now.
Mm-hmm.
This probably do well on TikTok.
Oh yeah. I got to get it on the TikTok shop.
Yeah, you should. I know I can introduce you to the guys. They're really, really good people.
To get it on TikTok shop?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
So besides this, what else? Are you still like focused on movie stuff?
Yeah. I made a short film called Miles Rider a couple years ago, and they're turning that into a movie. It's like an action film. Because
I was always really impressed when I first met you. You were, out of all the content creators, because I remember I was in that time with you where it was like everyone's shooting, random on the phone. We'd meet up and like shoot content. You had always, at the time, literally 10 years ago, you were that guy who was like, you took the production so serious.
Oh, yeah.
Even then, 10 years ago, when everyone was like, nah, I do it on the camera. No mics, nothing. Like, I just remember you were always that guy who had production was like, it meant so much more for some reason. Or I don't know. I always thought you were just like a rich kid who had more money. I was like, where did he get out? Like, he's just got more than everyone.
Nah, that made me broke.
Yeah. But yeah, I remember.
But it paid off. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So do you think that, I don't know, like how much of your success now, obviously your whole life amounts to where you are now, but do you still kind of like care as much, let's say, about that, like production value, whatever, as far as social media goes now, or it's not as important?
No,
it seems so different now.
Yeah, right now it's more about, I've already done what I had to do back in the day.
Yeah.
Now it's like I'm trying to feed the engine, but try to like make sure I'm still chasing my goal, which is right now the stand-up comedy. So what I'll do is I'm on tour from Wednesday to Sunday or whatever. So when I'm out of town, I'll write a script or whatever. When I'm in town, I'll shoot content, and I'll shoot enough content to last me that week. So like when I leave here, oh, nice. We just got got a couple of people who ordered Ajevio. Just
Oh
now.
wow, that's the 7th plug.
Yeah.
I'm
Sorry.
not counting though.
They just
yeah.
ordered Ajevio.
Wow. Was it on Ajevio.com?
Yeah, Ajevio.com.
Okay, wow.
That's where you
Yeah,
get it.
this is crazy.
But yeah, so it's like I shoot the content right here, right now, today, tomorrow, and then I leave on tour. We're going to Detroit this weekend. And then I edit while I'm on the plane, while I'm in my hotel, all the downtime. I'll come up with new ideas. I'll shoot them. So yeah, that's pretty much my schedule until I shoot this comedy special. Then I'm shooting the movie Miles Rider in January next year, and hopefully everybody goes to the theater and watches that.
It's what production company is taking that up?
Ryan Kavanaugh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that the Triller guy?
Yeah.
Oh, why did I know that? It's weird. It's I don't know why I know random.
Yeah.
So many conversations with people. Oh, that's cool, man. So okay, so like, is the ultimate goal to be just like you said you want to be the biggest entertainer?
Movie
So
star.
that's still it.
Yeah.
Entertainer. So not entertainer. So
No.
you're not gonna wrestle like Logan. Or,
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I just love acting. That's it. Movies, TV, stand up. Stand up feeds the movies.
What do you think? I mean, obviously, besides laughs, which are super valuable, what do you think that like you want to be remembered for?
I want them to remember that if you have a goal, you have a vision, if you focus hard enough and you block out all the negativity and you really chase those goals and those dreams, you can achieve it. No matter what your background is, because I didn't have any connections in the industry. I didn't have the finances to really make it out here. And it was all hard work, dedication, and focus, because I've had this, like I said, this dream since I was a kid. So I've had other people who have had the same dream as me, and they said, oh, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. Then I hit 6th grade. Someone else fell off. They're not doing it anymore. 7th grade, someone else fell off. 9th grade, someone else fell off. They're not doing it. 10th grade, graduate, high school, college, and all of these people fell off. And, I'm the only one that's left from all those people that said they were going to do it with me out of all of them.
Yeah.
So I'm the only one that whatever happened, I blocked it out and I just kept chasing it. So the other ones, something came in the way. Maybe they found a different passion. Maybe they found this. Maybe someone told them they can't do it. Maybe someone forced them not to do it, but they stopped doing it. And I wouldn't let that be me.
Why?
It's the only thing I love. It's the only thing I want to do. I couldn't see myself doing anything else. Like if I wasn't an actor, I'd just be that crazy guy walking down the street, just talking to himself, being different voices and characters. You know what I mean? So acting is a way to control the crazy that's within me.
Dude, you're stupid. Oh, I was gonna make another joke about this, but I can't. It's too many plugs. It's the mushrooms got you going crazy, bro.
They got me going crazy.
Have you ever tried psychedelics?
Yeah.
Oh,
Have you?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I got
Big fan.
I did one and I got this, they call it downloads, right?
Yeah,
That's
I mean, yeah, whatever.
when you start to see things. So I did there was this, I saw myself as a 90-year-old man, right? Looking back at my life. Like say I was telling my grandchild, blah, 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 sitting by the fire telling stories. And I told him, yeah, he's a boy.
Nice.
I told him that he asked me like, yo, what about life did you learn? I was like, I learned that there's going to be people in your life that you may be stressed out about. You may be angry. You may hate. You may do all this. And I was like, say a random name, Kyle. It's like, yo, I hated Kyle. Like he was my biggest enemy. But Kyle was only in my life for 3 years. 3 years, he passed away or something. He moved away. But I really hated him for those 3 years. I'm 90 years old now. Those 3 years was such a fragment of my life that it meant it didn't need to affect me the way that it affected me because it was so small in my life. So I learned that if there is something that is bothering you, do your best to try and just avoid the situation, make the situation out of your life, or just focus on the positive. And that was one of the things that I kind of, got from that. So yeah.
Teach you how to like let go of something, kind of.
Yeah. let you know that what's really important. Focus on the things that are important and are positive rather than putting your energy in the negative and the things that are stressing you out.
Sometimes I feel like it's important though to like be in that moment, not like stay in that moment,
Right. Yeah.
but to be in that moment to like actually process it. Because some people, I know myself personally, like where there's moments that I would like just completely avoid, but then it would keep affecting my life in new scenarios because I never really like sat with it and was like, okay, this is where I'm at. Let me like accept this, not like say this is my life now, but to be able to actually really move through it.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But that's significant. So you got that. You remember how much mushrooms you had taken?
No, I've only done a microdose. I haven't done like a
you did it on a microdose?
Yeah.
Holy wow.
Mm-hmm. But like I said before, that's why I take Ajevio because I'm really
Oh
sensitive.
my God, that's number 8. Holy they're gonna troll so hard about this episode. I wasn't paid to do this, by the way. I just thought it's funny. No, I appreciate you coming on though, bro.
Of course.
You have some more in there for me? What's going on? I'm keeping this one, by the way.
No, I was just gonna give you the payment. You said you wanted for
No!
the Ajevio plug.
Yo, just give me $20.
That's what you said you wanted for the Ajevio plug, right?
Yo,
Yeah, right. That's what he said.
crazy.
He said $20.
No,
we can talk
I
about
can't.
Ajevio.
No. That's nuts. Bro, $20 is insane.
Oh, so this is what I've been doing for my diet.
Oh no.
No, this ain't. I don't even know who these people are.
Okay.
But, so I've been having like the sugar craving, right?
Bro. Yo, I can't even take you serious.
This ain't a plug.
I can't take you serious.
This company, I don't even know who these are.
All
Right?
go ahead.
Like, really, this company, I don't know who they are, but
Okay.
shit's good, right? So, I was like, yo, I want to have carbs, right? I want to eat cake. I love cake. I love tres leches. I love it.
So good.
So I started to do that and I noticed like the difference in my body, like the bloating, and it wouldn't last long because I would just work it off, right?
Yeah.
So I got to the point where it's like, I don't want to be working out as hard. So I was just like, I went on Amazon. I typed in keto snacks.
Yeah.
So, and of course, like, that comes out. But yeah, what do you do for your diet?
Dude, I've been doing it for such a long time that like I've kind of just got it down.
Yeah.
Right.
You eat carbs and stuff?
Yeah. But if I was like, okay, I want to look specifically this way, then like I would probably carb cycle. I wouldn't cut them out completely because if I cut them out completely, I just get really flat.
Yeah.
And then the muscles don't look, the whole goal is like you want it to look more full, at least when you're dieting. Well, not when you're dieting, but like if I'm trying to do it for some effect, right? And for me, I've just noticed that like the cycling of it where I'll intermittently basically based on a workout or based on like a high intensity something, whatever I'm doing, I'll keep my carbs around that, whether before and after.
Right.
And typically when I start a diet, like it would always be like, how do I describe, harder than easier. So let's say if I first started, I would keep the carbs only after my workout.
What does that do?
Meaning like, so your body is more sensitive when it's like pushed to some sort of limit.
Right.
Like your muscles are more sensitive to uptaking the nutrients in a positive way instead of building fat, et cetera, just using it more efficiently. This is like when I first started a diet. And then depending on how much I've been eating or how my diet's been going or how I've been feeling or how I've been performing in the gym, I'll then be like, okay, if I need more carbs, then I'll have them. If I need to have another carb meal, I'll have it like right before my workout and then right after. And then if I still feel like I'm slow or I'm dragging mentally, because like that was the thing for me. I was kind of making fun of you earlier as far as like your brain's the one thing that truly does operate from sugar. And obviously with you, when you're in ketosis, it will convert those into sugar for your brain to use for fuel. But I've just noticed for me, it's like, if I go from like the harder to easier, meaning like as hard as possible, and then like it slowly let up as far as like, when I say easier, meaning add the carbs more throughout the day.
Yeah.
But in strategic placements.
Right.
So that my body's more sensitive
Yeah.
to taking the nutrients the way that it needs to.
Right.
And that works really better for people who have a harder time overall, like losing weight. Cause like, like a lot of people, they're like, they'll train, then they'll be afraid to like put on weight after they lost weight because they feel like they're gonna get fat again.
Yeah.
So it's all about nutrient timing instead of just like overall. Most people talk about macros where they're like, yo, I'm gonna eat, X amount of macros for the day. And then it doesn't count for like what types of macros they're eating. They're just, as long as I'm hitting these numbers, that's what matters. And it is true to a degree, but people are a little like can become a little more sensitive when it's like harder for them to like build muscle because they're afraid that they're going to build back fat because they had lost fat prior or whatever. So
Right.
For me personally though, it's just like it sounds up, but like I don't even think about it anymore because it's so auto.
Really?
Yeah. It's so autopilot. For me, it's
You
like,
gotta give me your diet.
am I eating enough food? Am I drinking enough water? Am I training hard enough?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I focus on. I don't really eat like this.
It's not good, huh?
Some of it's good, some of it's bad.
But is this a good cheat meal for me?
For ketosis?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know enough about.
Because it really satisfies my
Do you
sugar
check your
craving.
ketones? You actually do that?
No. I just make sure I don't eat any
You
sugar.
never pee on the sticks?
No. I
And
just
check?
pee on bitches.
Nice.
You know.
We know you went to those parties. Now we got them. We got them confirmed. No, man, it's you should try that like for a week.
Mm-hmm.
Just like get the little ketone strips and then pee on them and then see like where you're actually at numbers wise. Because then you'll know like if you ate and then you ate this like half an hour and then you peed on the stick. I know it sounds crazy what I'm saying, peeing on a stick, but for the audience, there's little ketone strips that you can pee on for like people who are like diabetic or pre-diabetic. They're testing their blood sugar, and it'll show you like a really accurate measurement of what it is without pricking yourself, basically. But you would know if you ate this and 30 minutes later, if it was like up, then it either took you out or kept you in it.
Oh, wow.
That'd be the best way to check, the easiest way without poking your blood and testing your blood.
Okay.
But yeah, I wouldn't know because I've never tried it. But it just seems like if I'm reading it, it seems pretty legit.
Yeah.
They're definitely making you though.
Yeah, because of the fiber.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm curious about that too. So it'll be like, it'll have, let's just say 10 grams of carbs, but then 5 grams of fiber. Does that, and it says net carbs 5. Is that true?
Yeah, it is because they're basically saying that like it's canceling out the other,
Right.
but you know, you're still eating carbs, but
Right.
you know, is it affecting your blood sugar the way that like if you just ate the carbs without any of the fiber? No.
Yeah. Right.
But then again, it's tough when you talk about products like these because a lot of that stuff is true like in nature. But this is like natured. It's like created.
This
So it's like,
process,
how do
yeah.
we know if it's really that the same as like if you ate broccoli and, you know, sweet potatoes, how the fiber's affecting itself
Right.
in the digestion? Because this is just a bunch of smashed together.
Right.
It's a little different. But it's in theory is like a good thing. And at the end of the day, you would only know what really worked for you if you like really tested it.
Right.
Like I said, those pea strips would be really helpful. And if you did that, it would just make you super crazy about it. You probably be super lean all the time and then just be a psychopath. I don't know if you want to do that. Don't go find the ketone strips. And I imagine now that I told you, you're probably going to do that.
Yeah, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, I see you doing
I'm going to
that.
go on Amazon right now.
Well, brother, I appreciate you coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, congrats on the product.
Thank
It's
you.
dope. It tastes good. Nice little packaging.
Thank you.
It doesn't look tacky.
And if you guys go to Zoo Culture, you'll not only be supporting me, you'll be supporting him too. Because
Yes.
he gonna make money off of it as well.
Yeah, if you come and get it there. I'm gonna where's the warehouse at?
It's in Miami.
Nice. I'm opening a gym in Miami.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, so we'll have one in Miami too.
We'll put it there too.
Yeah. Dope. You gotta come to the gym more, man.
Yeah, I know.
Show
I did that
off.
thing with Neon.
How'd you get linked up in that?
He asked me to do something like a couple months ago, and I was just on tour. So I was just like, it'd have to be like a Monday or Tuesday. And then he was like, oh, let's just hang out on this and do some.
Yeah, cool. Right on. Well, anything else you got? Anything else you wanna?
That's it. Ajevio.com.
Perfect.
This has been brought to you by Ajevio.com.
Appreciate you coming, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah, it
course.
was a blessing.